Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 524 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. Good to be with you, as always. Thank you so much for listening and sharing, and also giving me a 5-star review if you're loving the episodes. If you've been around a while, we feel like old friends. If you're new, we're going to be fast friends. I just know it. But thank you so much for being here from the bottom of my heart. Okay, have you ever gone along to get along and you pretend you're having a good time, but you're really not? We've probably all done that at least once. But it seems that some of us live that way. Now, I used to, but I don't anymore. And I got to tell you, there's definitely a better way, I promise. I can remember someone told me something, and I love this person very dearly, and I don't hold this against them, but they told me that I often do what I want to do instead of doing what the family does. Now, the context was around religion. Now, they weren't being mean. They were just simply stating what they saw. So I asked this person if they would rather me be unhappily doing what the family wanted or happily doing what I wanted. They didn't really know how to answer that. To be fair, it's kind of a gotcha question. I didn't mean for it to be, but those were the options. My inner guidance system, my inner authority had me going in a different direction regarding religion than my family. Any other option than following my own heart would have me pretending to be something I'm not, pretending for me to be happy when I'm not. I mean, it's a big deal. And I stood to lose a lot to follow my own path, and I did it anyway. I trusted my own authority. It wasn't easy, and if you've listened for a while, you know there are still things that are tough about it. But it really does beg the question. If you did what you wanted to, regardless of what someone else wanted you to do, what would you be doing? Isn't that an interesting question? Deep down, every single one of us has an inner guidance system that is guiding us. Not everybody follows it, but when you do follow it, you feel amazing eventually. Maybe there's some pain at first, but eventually when you do what's right in your heart, you have a powerful sense that you matter and that you followed your heart, and that feels really, really good. But when you don't follow it, there's a tug like something's wrong, something's off. When you don't follow it, you feel moments of maybe feeling depressed, held back, pushed down, unseen, irrelevant. And eventually, you could lose contact with that inner guidance system altogether because it's just too hard to feel so bad all the time. So you pretend that you don't feel bad. You pretend that you like them when you don't. You pretend you want that when you don't. You pretend you're happy when you're not. You put on a happy face. But at the end of the day, when you're alone in the tub after a long day, you dream about a life that could be only if you had the courage to follow it. Now, I read something this week about listening to your inner authority, and it was a post on X by Reads with Ravi. It's Reads with R-A-V-I. Give him a follow if you want to really be inspired. But in this post, he said, moments of depression are a call to listen again to your inner authority. See, you weren't put here to follow someone else's path. Your opinions and preferences matter just as much as anyone else's. But maybe check that your preferences are really yours. Maybe check that your opinions are really yours. We're born a free spirit and programmed daily, though, by the people and information around us. That's why we have to spend a little time getting quiet and being introspective. We have to find out what it is that we really think. And I have to dig deep to know what I think, and you have to do the same. I mean, what really excites you? What inspires you? Who do you really enjoy being around? What foods do you like? What are your thoughts about things deep down? Are they different from how you were taught about it? Yeah, you get to decide for yourself. I remember at one point sitting at my parents' church thinking, wow, I don't agree with this at all, and I don't feel good being here. So why am I here? Well, the answer was pretty normal. It was because it's what everyone around me wanted. So was I going to buck the system? Could I even? Yes. And yes, on my own authority, and you can do the same. No one else is going to do it for you. You can create a life you love, or you can end the day in a tub of regret, dreaming about the life you love. I know which one I want, and deep down, your inner authority does too. But will you have the courage to go after it? I don't know. I hope so. My challenge for you today is to be honest about where you are in this life. Are you on a path that excites you and feels right for you deep in your gut? Or are you pretending because you know you're on the wrong path and you don't know how to get off? Or you've followed someone else's path, and even though it feels good to them, it doesn't feel good to you. The truth is, everyone at some point has to make a decision like that. And oftentimes, the decision you make isn't going to make other people happy. But it's not our job to make other people happy. It's our job to make us happy. It's your job to make you happy, and my job to make me happy. If a decision is right for you and you know it's right for you, it's your job to make it. No one else can do it for you. Let's stop pretending and start living. Share this with 3 people who you love. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.